try to make it easy as possible.
He got his first person.
Has he started it yet?
Yeah, he said. I think he said something about he had to build an airplane for it or something.
It's perfect rates or commitments, but they're awesome. So I mean, we have two statues. We have Barbados on the right and RX-70 on the left. One of the cool things about the RX is that it's modeled after our actual model kits. You see kind of like the panel lining. You'll notice that most of the stickers are actually like the water slides in the model kits instead of like just painted on. And so one of the cool things they're going to do about this is they're actually built, I want to say about 20 or so, and they're actually going to give them to stores in the U.S. to use as marketing.
Wow. Oh, nice.
Gundams are a big commodity. Like I said, my son got me into
Maryland. Okay.
My son got me into them. We're off the master grades, master grades right now.
Okay.
So they're fun.
I find them real therapeutic.
Yes.
Like it's kind of like I sit there and I kind of zone out and I build a kit. So one of So one of the things I like about this is just kind of a representation of every single grade of Gundam that we have. We start with the SD at the bottom, super deformed, which is real popular style in Japan. Next up is the high grade. Those are take you probably about like 2 hours to build. If you're like me and slow. The real grade behind it, even though it's the same size, is intricately more. It's definitely more detailed. You're looking probably in like the 5 hour mark there for that. Obviously it varies. I'm slow. The master grade is the one in the middle. It's a little bit taller. That's kind of like the master grade is probably our most popular level, just because it's not super technical like the perfect grade above it, and it still gives you a lot of articulation and detail. The big guy is the perfect grade. That's kind of like the end all be all of Gunpla.
He also comes with lights and stuff. Right?
Yeah, usually they come with a ton of accessories and stuff like that. And then the mega size is the biggest one. Even though it's enormous, it's more akin to like a high grade as far as like difficulty of build. The pieces are a little bit bigger. Price wise, you're looking at like teens, 20s, probably like 40. Probably like 50, 55, and then perfect grades can range anywhere from like 170 to like $300. And then the mega size, they vary quite a bit. But it's just a nice scale.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the real stripes.
Yeah. Right next to it is the Gundam Universe. These are action figures. They're not models. They're for people who either can't build or are slow at building, like myself, who want an RX-78 on their desk but maybe don't have the couple hours to build it, or they built it and they didn't, and they just wanted something right out of the package. What's cool about these is they're only $25 for kind of a low price point.
That is a good price point. Yeah.
So what a lot of people are using them as far as like customs. It's one thing to have a $200 model, customize it and ruin it. It's another thing entirely if it's a $25 action figure. Well, you don't want to throw away $25. It's easier to swallow.
That's bet on scale as a lot of other action figures, so you're right there at the price point.
Yeah. So I think they've created a new scale, like universal scale or something like that, just to make life easy.
Is that full metal?
Yeah. So this is part of our metal belt. So this is the Crossbones metal belt. It's actually in here, so you can kind of feel it's got some heft to it.
Yeah, definitely.
So the metal builds are by Tamashii Nations, and they are also action figures. They're just metal action figures. We have a couple Evangelion ones on display, so you can kind of see what they're like. But they range from about like $200 to $400 depending on it. They're just super articulated. They come with just a bevy of accessories, and they're just awesome.
Oh yeah.
Come around the corner here. Steve, I'm just going to go check out that building down there. So these are the Ichiban Fuji statues. Ichiban's kind of a new line for us. They're static statues. We have One Piece and My Hero Academia on display. We also do Dragon Ball and a significant number of other IPs. They range from mid-30s to low 40s, and they're kind of the neighbor, kind of the cousin to the Van Presto statues. They're like that they give away in like gacha pants in Japan.
Yeah.
Here we have some anime SH figure arts. Figure arts is kind of the standard for figures as far as articulation and detail. This is kind of our anime section. We have Dragon Ball, Eva, a couple other sections. These are two of our newer endeavors. One from our hobby department, which does the models, the Pokemon. So at every show we go to, that it's a customer-facing show like Comic-Cons and stuff like that, we house a builder's workshop. So what we do is we do and we give free models for people to build. And so the goal is to get people who've never built a model. We have our master builders that are there to help walk them through the process, just to show them that it's not unapproachable. It's not impossible to do these things. They look complicated, but it's really not. There's no paint, no glue needed. And so what we noticed is a lot of kids were building the kits, and so we saw that an opportunity that modeling maybe growing younger. Get them while they're young, as Philip Morris would say. And so we introduced the Pokemon kits at the end of last year. As you can see, the sprues for the Pikachu is it's basically 30 pieces. A kid could put that together in like 15 minutes or so. Super duper easy, and they just sold like crazy. Ho and Lugia, the legendary birds from Generation 2, are coming out next, as well as a whole bevy of other figures. Next is the Figure Arts Minis. Tamashii Nations, who makes SH Figure Arts, and Figure Arts Zero is making these minis. We have Sailor Moon here. Other places in the booth, we have the Evangelion pilots. We have Evangelion pilots. We have Fate Grand Order and My Hero Academia. Oh, nice. Other cool stuff. We displayed this at New York Comic Con. It's coming out in July. It's Vegeta Great Ape. It is an SH Figure Arts. It'll come with a bunch of other heads, other arms, so that you can actually, if you don't want to pose it choking the life out of Goku, you can pose it other ways. You've got the hands on the side and stuff. The tail is detachable, just like in the show. Master Jirobi cuts it off. This is kind of like the next kind of slate for SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball. Captain Ginyu comes out this summer. Spring is Son Goku, Ultra Instinct, Jackie Chun, and Vegito is to be determined. Hopefully so. And then probably have Bulma's
These model kits are nice too. You said they're easy to build and they are pretty stable.
Yeah, we have them right here. It's they're super fun. One of the things they're trying to do, similar to with the Pokemon kits, is they've introduced these entry grades. So these are the Dragon Ball entry grades. You can see the screws behind them. They're meant to be a real easy build, kind of like my first model type thing. Outside of Dragon Ball, they're also going to be doing another Pokemon entry grade. They're going to be doing Pac-Man, a Legend of Zelda, Kamen Rider, and one or two other characters. Yeah, they're very interested in the entry grade. Very exciting. I mean, for me, it's exciting. You're like,
I'm into it.
I got a 7-year-old, so this is
perfect.
Perfect, and you got Pokemon, so I'm already looking at that like, and the price point was good. I'm like, I'll be picking this up.
Yeah, the Pokemon are $8 and $10. It's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
This is our Figure Art Zeros. They're high-end statues from Tamashii. What's cool about the Naruto ones in particular is these are 3 statues, so you can buy, if you just want Naruto, you just buy Naruto. If you want Tsunade and Jiraiya, you can get all 3 and they'll fit together and they'll make a cool diorama.
Nice.
She's got some big boobs.
Yes, she does. She's not afraid to show them. These are some one-piece Figure Art Zeros. So a couple. So Fig Grand Order is a big IP. And so with Fig Grand Order, it's kind of crossed over, to all of our brands. The hobby department is making, model kits of it. Our Shogun department is making small little things like Triple Dolly, and the weapon collection. Tamashi's making Figure Arts Zero, Figure Arts Minis. It's just kind of an all-encompassing brand. They're really looking to expand in this year. Same thing with Evangelion, Neon Genesis Evangelion. The final movie's coming out this year, so they plan it to be a big year for EVA. The back two are metal builds, so they're those action figures that are die-cast metal. They're super posable. They come with just hundreds of accessories. It's just incredible. We have some NX Edge down here, as well as some Figure Arts Mini to the right. And Hobby also, this is the Hobby Evangelion kit that are coming out this year. Wish it was posed better.
Well, I like the fact that it's on a stand and everything. Like it gives it that.
Yeah, the metal builds come with this. The metal builds come with the like green stand there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so they come with a lot.
Wow.
You come over here, we got some more Tomoshinations. Godzilla was obviously a big property for us last year. We had Godzilla, King Ghidorah, Mothra, and Rodan. The next one coming out in springtime is going to be Burning Godzilla. I'm not familiar with Kamen Rider. So these are two popular Kamen Rider, but there's a specific artist who's kind of done his version of those Kamen Rider. Kamen Rider is a real interesting product at our warehouse and stuff. It's been a Japanese heavily influenced property that they didn't want to bring to the West for fear that the West just wouldn't understand or care about Kamen Rider. So we had a team of Team Rider. They made a presentation. They went to Japan. They pitched the powers that be, and now they've brought stuff over, including the belts. So the whole series of Kamen Rider revolves around. It's a Sentai show, kind of like a Tokusatsu show, kind of like Power Rangers and stuff like that. Yeah. Masked Heroes. But every season has a new rider. Every year they all have their own individual belts because they're themed around certain things. And so in Japan, every season they got to get the new belt and stuff like that. So now that we're bringing it here, it's really exciting because you look at it, you're like, it looks nice, blah blah blah. But as soon as you like touch them and play with it, you're like, just you're smoked. So someone on our digital team, he won one at our Christmas party. It was like a door prize. And that was on a Friday. He opened it on Saturday. He came to work on Monday. He's like, David, I bought 4 other belts. It's all about the interactivity. So for example, the Deca driver here, so his thing was that he had the power of like the last 10 years of Kamen Rider. And so what he does is you take the cards, you scan it in, and then you twist the belts. And so it's just a very interactive like toy.
Oh, that's cool.
And so it's just a ton of fun. And even I find myself playing with it. Yeah, and they're super loud, so you can't do it. Like, so also in the office, we'll be super quiet and be like, Konsuke! I'd be like, Psycho!
Nice.
Some Ultraman stuff in that case. No, you're fine. I'm loud enough. Ultraman's also, been a big IP lately, especially with the Netflix show and everything. So yeah, it's been super duper popular lately. So like the Dragon Ball model kits, we have the character model kits for Star Wars. This is kind of where my bread and butter is. I'm a Star Wars guy.
Me too.
So I build most of these.
All right, so when are we going to see Baby Yoda and Mandalorian?
So it's very interesting because, we are a Japanese company, so Japan doesn't have Disney Plus yet.
Oh,
and so they didn't understand the alert because it's not something that's native to Japan. And so they were kind of very reactionary later on in the game. So hopefully they said they have a couple things in the works, and hopefully we'll be able to show them off maybe at like Comic-Con or something this year. And these are the SH Figure Arts Final Battle Edition for Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Captain America. They'll come with a bevy of accessories. Captain America's going to come with a half-broken shield to match the scene.
He's being dirty.
Yeah, Spider-Man's going to come with the actual gauntlet that he's trying to protect during the final battle scene. The gauntlet will fit on our Hulk SH Figure Art as well as our Thanos SH Figure.
Oh, nice.
Let me show you something. So I have a 3D printer at my shop.
We spend like every weekend. We spend on the holidays. Okay. So one of the family.
Gotta find it here. Oh wait a minute, I got this. Hold on. I actually printed his throne.
Oh, did you?
Yes. 22 hours just to print the throne. Now it doesn't include the base, and it doesn't include There's three bases. There's ones that hold the chair in place, and you put that on top of the bigger base, and you put that on top of the other base. I just did the chair, and it's 1/12 scale.
Is that all Toy Fair? Wow, you've been taking some pictures.
Oh yeah.
No, you puppy.
Yeah, I just got a puppy. There it is.
Oh wow, that's
You
awesome.
can paint it too. So I mean, that's a Marvel Legend
Right.
chair. Gives you about 22 hours to print that.
And you set cable on there.
Well, I don't have a thing on.
Ah.
So, if I had a thing on, so I definitely would have put him on there. But it was just to give everybody
An
a
idea
shot
of scale.
what the scale
Yeah.
would be.
So these are our Star Wars Meisho figures. So there's an artist in Japan whose name I won't pretend to butcher right now.
Oh my
so
God.
He does.
Akbar.
Yeah. So Admiral Akbar is my guy. So my license plate at home is Akbar 1. Like he's my favorite. And so I'm very excited that they finally announced and that
It
he's
looks good.
Yeah. And so they also do Marvel as well as Star Wars, but it's
Yeah.
his take of what these characters would look like in feudal Japan during the Edo period.
That one actually looks pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, it's just kind of cool if you look in the mouth. It's a person in a mask.
Oh, wow.
So you
Yeah.
can see that, and you can see his hands. Or the flippers are kind of like these razor guns.
Yeah,
It's almost
see,
like Wolverine.
yeah.
And yeah, it's just incredible. And then the vehicles,
How hard are these to build? 'Cause I've looked at them. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet.
they vary. So I mean, obviously, so the Falcon. This Falcon isn't that hard. They have a perfect grade Falcon as well, which
Okay.
is super duper hard.
Oh, so these are the same way, master, regular.
The only one they have an actual grade on is the perfect grade Falcon. Otherwise, they go by like 172nd, 144th. But like the X-wings, they're akin to like a high grade probably. Like they probably take like 2 hours to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. Yeah, nothing on this shelf would probably take you more than like 2-ish hours.
Unless I take my time.
Well, yeah.
Like usually if I take my time, it'll take me about 2 weeks to build a master grade.
Nice. So Storm, we're excited. Storm, they focus heavily on a lot of the IPs. We got a lot of Injustice stuff. One of the cool things they did is everyone's making Batman and Superman, so they started with the villains for the Injustice line.
Yeah.
Bane just dropped last month. We got Lobo coming March, Darkseid coming April, and Doomsday coming in May. And then after that, then they'll do Batman, Superman, and this awesome looking Ares.
Wow. That is a cool looking Ares.
It's cool looking and terrifying at the same time.
Yeah.
It definitely looks like something that would look good on a shelf. Of course, they have the Mortal Kombat line, so we're showing off the 3 Cyber Ninjas. Motaro is, we're just showing it off here for the first time. And then Raiden is going to be the next one actually released in May. And then the cool thing about Storm is they're kind of 4 geeks, 5 geeks type thing, and so they're real big and so they have a couple like really interesting lines like Samurai Showdown, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, and then they're going to continue with the Gears of War line with the Warden and the Locust Disciple, which unfortunately we don't have for display right now. But yeah, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, King of Fighters, they make some really good stuff. Flame Toys, they do our Transformers.
I have some of those too.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so this is the entire line of Flame Toys today. Devastator, which is in this case, is going to start shipping next week from our warehouses. So he'll be the next one to come out, followed by Generation 1 Optimus Prime, Decepticon Megatron, and Rodimus Prime. Rodimus is just
I do have
prototype
one
right now.
complaint.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I built 2 of them. I built
Skyward? Optimus.
Starscream and Optimus.
Oh, okay.
And I can't get him to stay together.
You can't get him to what?
I can't get him to stay together unless I glue them together. Like he pops off, his legs will pop off.
Do you know which? Do you have that Optimus Prime or the IDW one? Do you know? Does he have an axe?
Yeah, he has the axe.
Okay. So the only thing I can think of is they're progressively getting better. It was the first release. Starscream was actually the second.
Yeah, Starscream was bad. His leg popped off.
Which is great.
It's more when I was trying to not once. not saying that.
Yeah, no, yeah, but you don't want to have to belittle them. Yeah, I mean, it's gotten progressively better, and to where each release is a little bit better than the last. By the time I got to Bumblebee, I feel like they really got it together. Like Bumblebee feels like actual. It feels real solid.
That's good.
But it's good feedback. I'll let make sure they know about that.
Yeah.
One of the cool things in this case is the Optimus Prime. These are die-cast metal figures, superposable, come with a ton of accessories. Optimus Prime comes with a pair of axes, a pair of swords, giant sword, big blaster, small blaster, and a bunch of effect parts. The same thing goes for Starsaber, for Drift, and for Tarn.
Those are pretty cool.
Oh man, they're amazing. And then Flame's sister company Sentinel, they have a Marvel license. They make these soft vinyl figures. We have Venom, we have Spider-Man, and Carnage will be coming soon. And then the final case we have Flame's only first non-Transformer item. It's Batman Arkham Knight. And then the Mazinger, which is a sensible figure. And then I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with Studio Ghibli. It's the Miyazaki films in Japan. They just announced their streaming deal with HBO Max for the springtime. So it's they're kind of like the Disney of the East type thing. You know, they're very traditional 2D animation, hand drawn. They're very in tune with the morals of cartoons. Finding the power within yourself. A lot of empowerment of children. Kids can overcome things even when their parents say you can't do that, and they're like, I'll show you. And so Ghibli is what we call more of our casual brand. Because a lot of the items are like day-to-day like items you put on your desk, or like coffee mugs, plush. They do have some high-end statues and things like that, but everything is themed in the vein of how Miyazaki envisioned it. They're very protective of their brand, even though now they're branching out.
Japanese companies.
Yeah. And so now that they're branching out, you're going to see an influx of products. But what's great is that since they are so protective of their brand, they're making sure that the quality stays high. So even though you're going to see more, you're not going to see a bunch of junk.
Right.
They're very, very hands-on in their brand management. So yeah, that's us. Gave you